Place your head on my beating heart. I'm thinking out loud. Maybe we found love right where we are. When my hair's all but gone and my memory fades, and the crowds don't remember my name. When my hands don't play the strings the same way, I know you will still love me the same. 'Cause honey, your soul could never grow old, it's evergreen. Baby, your smile's forever in my mind and memory. I'm thinking about how people fall in love in mysterious ways, and maybe it's all part of a plan. Well, I'll just keep on making the same mistakes, hoping that you'll understand. But baby, now take me into your loving arms. Kiss me under the light of 1,000 stars. Place your head on my beating heart. I'm thinking out loud that maybe we found love right where we are. So baby, now take me into your loving arms. Kiss me under the light of 1,000 stars. Oh darling, place your head on my beating heart. I'm thinking out loud that maybe we found love right where we are. Or maybe we found love right where we are. And we found love right where we are.
Urban, mainstream, and independent music and current events. This is Hookhead Radio.
Okay, that was cool, but I gotta speed things up. Let's see if we can pop it up a little bit. Let's talk about the world for a minute.
All the signs of a dying nation. God save America.
Bismillah.
Just look around and you see the traces. God
Bismillah.
save America.
Yes. Where I'm from, it's a lot of drugs, but mostly crack. Some boricuas, but mostly blacks. Some call it hood, some call it traps. But it's my home, so I call it that. They call us lazy, that ain't the fact. Just misguided, yeah, I call it that. See, mostly mothers and the fathers lack. You gotta watch your chats, cause the feds tap. It's hard for the family to stay intact when there's no father to stop the attack. Young boy, he just wanna be a Big Mac. Unhealthy, all he eating is Big Macs. For his age, yeah, he a bit fat, but this is his life, and y'all don't get that. Dreams of making it is the chit chat. We just looking for a break like a Kit Kat. Poverty is so prevalent, watch your back. And it's too late if you heard the click clack. The home is broke, so how we fix that? Men need to step up, women get back. You see the roles gotta switch back. Where I'm from, it ain't dark, it's pitch black. I said the men need to step up, women get back. And the women ain't the ones that I'm pissed at. See, the father and son relationship, bridge that. A man can only raise a man, we can't skip that. You didn't choose that life, no one would pick that. The struggle of being a man, no one gets that. No one gets that. Yeah, no one gets that. You see, where I'm from, most schools fail. We wait for heaven while we live in hell. Ball, music, and drug sales is the dreams of most young males. It seems the biggest business is the jails or the funeral homes, I guess you can't tell. Sad part, it seems that they both dead. Every night before bed, tears are shed. Thou who art in heaven, can we please make it to see 27? Land of the free, but everything has a cost, and it can't be the home of the brave if you got a boss. I'm glad to be where I'm from, I appreciate it. And at the same time, I really hate it. Then I really love it. And then I really hate it.
Yes! 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 Aha! Yes! That's the big cuzzo Bashir Jones off of his mixtape America's Top Poet. Make sure I got it right. America's Top Poet. My man's on Facebook. You could look him up. That's my man, a spoken word poet, motivational speaker, activist, community activist, former politician. This man is large and in charge, and he needs you, yes you, to check him out on Facebook, check him out on Twitter. You can also follow him on Instagram. His name is Bashir J. That's BESHEERJ. Along with his fam out there, shout out to Cleveland_Renaissance_movement. That's Cleveland Renaissance Movement. You guys can check them out. They're going to have a big time march going on. I better make sure I get the info before I mess this part up of the show. Make sure I got it right. Make sure I got it right. Pop it. Yes. All black everything. Here we go. There's going to be an entire weekend going down. Friday, April 3rd, 2015. There's going to be a welcome to Cleveland at Take 5 at Jazz at Tapas, 740 West Superior Avenue in Cleveland, Ohio. Then the very next day, it's going to be at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern time, yes, starting at Martin Luther King Jr. High School out in Cleveland. That's at 1651 East 71st Street, Cleveland, Ohio, 44103. You can look that up on your app. Then later on that day, it's going to be 1:30 to 3 program at the Free Step at Willem Park. Then at 4 o'clock to 7 p.m., 4 to 7, it's the first National Community Activist Panel, Bridging the Gap at Veda, which is at 1437 St. Clair Avenue in Northeast, I believe. That's 1437 St. Clair Avenue Northeast, Cleveland, Ohio, 44114. And then from 9 p.m. to 1 a.m., it's a family affair. You can celebrate with the Cleveland Renaissance Movement and local artists. You can find out more about that. Then on Sunday, April 5th, they're not telling you what time it is they're not telling you what time it is on there, but at the Ujima Community Service Project in East Cleveland. That's what's going down. It's a big time march. It's a big time responsibility. They're shaping up an entire movement. There needs to be some change. There needs to be some change in the black community. We're going to talk more in just a second, but I had to get everything about that too. Let's go. My dude has all kinds of things going on in that area, Cleveland, Ohio. It's a big time movement for our community as a whole. So you guys need to check that out. If you're going to be in the Cleveland area, you guys are going to be in the Cleveland, Ohio area, you need to check that out as soon as possible. It's a march for change. You need to go out there. It's going to be it's going to be people from all around the country. You guys have an obligation to the community. If you're going to be in Cleveland, take the pledge. Take your behind up there and march for change. We need some changes out here. Speaking of which, let's get to this main title. We're going to start talking about it. Here goes. White people do it too. White people do it too. You've heard that term a lot. Most of the time when I hear it, it's when we call out things in our community, in the black community. When we call out a certain person for what they do and how different they are and how they like to do things, one of the cop-outs they like to say is, white people do it too. For instance, black people have been, especially black youth, have been called out for their pants sagging. Lord knows I cannot stand when people are walking around and their drawers is hanging. One time I saw on 42nd Street over there by Grand Central, as I'm headed home from my day hustle, you saw this dude's entire pants, not even down around past his behind. It was around his knees, and it was just smiling, having a good old time. I was so repulsed. I wanted to puke on the train tracks. But if you talk to one of these people, you talk to a few of these people, you know what they tell you? You know how they look? You know what they looking at? They looked at me and they said, "White people do it too. Why aren't you going after them?" White people do it too. Like for example, and the number to call it in is 347-441-4040. 347-441-4040. For instance, when we talk about how black people wear fake hair, we're talking about black women wear fake hair, and they know it's fake, and they're spending millions and billions of dollars on weave and all kinds of creamy crack or whatever. You know what some of those women will tell you. White people do it too. I've seen white people do it too. These are just little examples, I'm telling you. But the whole deal is, it seems like we don't call, it's like that's the cop-out. Seeing what they do allows you to do what you do. I mean, we're all human. We all do the same things. But it seems as if there are these little things as far as how we need to get respect and how they've already got respect. It's like when you look at the NBA. Last year, you have the world champion San Antonio Spurs. Then you have the team that was in last place in the league, which was the Milwaukee Bucks. When you tell the Milwaukee Bucks about how they need to get better, you think the Milwaukee Bucks have to look at the San Antonio Spurs and say, well, they make the very same mistakes. If we are people that believe that even though we are the most beautiful people there is on the planet Earth, even though we are descendants of kings and queens, and yes, we are, don't get it twisted.